Hi, this is insert name here, and you're watching Disney Channel. Anyway, this is my first episode of Reddit. I'm doing r/entitled parents, and it's EM accuses my boyfriend of raping her son. So this happened about a year ago now, and not even directly to me, but my boyfriend. However, we were dating at the time, so was able to get to hear all the details. Cast: EM, entitled mother, innocent kid. IK, innocent kid. H, Henry, my boyfriend, fake name obviously. P, principal. HP, Henry's parents. Background. So my boyfriend went to a private Catholic school in Australia, and this happened during the marriage equality debates. While heavily divided a lot of Catholic schools and caused a lot of angry parents, I even had a bit of an entitled pre-story for another time. So to the story. At Henry's school, there were frequent camp trips into the Australia bush, where students were given the opportunity to gain a wide range of skills over the years. They attended high schools. This could be anything from medical training to rock climbing. The way these camps worked was that the students in grade 12, final year of school, were the leaders of respective activities that they had chosen to train in throughout school. They would run activities and work with younger students to teach them new skills. Henry was head of medical training and even worked with the local ambulance unit during camps. Over the past couple of years, Henry had gotten to know Entitled Kid more and more, as Entitled Kid also wanted to lead medical training when he was in grade 12. He was 1 year younger than Henry. Entitled Kid had really opened up and started to trust Henry as a role model figure who he could get advice from. Entitled Kid told Henry about he was really struggling with mental health issues and wasn't sure what to do. Over the course of this camp, he was able to find Entitled Kid find a psychologist and visit the school counselor to get proper support. Now Henry and Entitled Kid are on Henry's last camp before he goes into his end of school exams and eventually graduates, and they are both sitting alone in the food tent one afternoon. They were having their normal deep conversations about friends when the conversation then went something like this. Entitled Kid: "Hey, Henry, I think I'm gay." Henry: "Really? That's really great that you feel comfortable to tell me. Thank you." Henry was never really in the closet with anyone, and most people knew he was gay. He never saw it as something to be ashamed of or to hide. Entitled Kid: "You're the only person I've told. I'm really struggling to tell my family, not because I think they won't accept me, but because it would change how they behave around me. I guess he was wrong about that." They both went on and continued their conversation, but it pretty much went with Henry sharing a lot of his personal experiences when it came to coming out family, and how ultimately it was a very liberating experience that allows you to be your true and most comfortable self. Entitled Kid decided he would come out to his mom when he got home from camp. Let me be clear. Henry and Entitled Kid only ever talked. There is no hint or suggestion of sexual intimacy between the two. He was 18 and Entitled Kid was 17, so it'd be statutory rape, and they both knew this, and they were not sexually attracted to each other, so neither party tried anything. Now we flash forward to nearly 2 weeks after the end of camp, and it's Sunday. Henry is trying desperately to study for his first major exam the next day when his parents comes up to him and says, Henry's Oh my god, wait, where am I? Henry's parents. Principal just called us. You're not allowed to go to school this week, as apparently you have been accused of engaging in some illegal activities. Principal was not allowed to tell us what this activity was, but it was apparently with another student. It seems that they will be meeting later this week with principal to discuss what happened. He understandably freaks out. He has no idea what he has done, and now isn't allowed to take the first two of the state tests so that he can graduate. The way our end of school exams work is that they were all crammed into 4 weeks, and whatever marks you get in these exams are used to judge where you rank with everyone else in the state. So missing exams and having to rely on an estimate is a big deal. He calls me whilst he is in the midst of panic attack, and I calmed him down and we talked about it. Eventually he calms down enough to realize that he hasn't done anything wrong and that he can trust that whatever happens he has nothing to hide or to be guilty about. Principal doesn't see Henry and Henry's parents for the meeting for 2 weeks. Apparently the accusatory party are not comfortable with the details being released and feel the need to stay anonymous to Henry, and that he keeps away from the school for the time being. This freaks out Henry even more, and principal eventually convinces the accusatory party to meet with him and let principal be messenger between them and Henry and Henry's parents. They agree. Eventually, principal tells Henry and Henry's parents that entitled mom had gone to him and said, "Entitled mom, on camp, he raped my little boy and then told him to pretend to be little and pretend to be a little naughty boy." Yes, she actually said that to the principal. Principal, is this true, entitled kid? Mom is holding his hand so tight that principal could see that he was wincing a bit from the pain. Entitled kid, yes. She then demanded that Henry not be allowed to attend school despite the exams while she talks to lawyers about what she can do. Henry looks shocked to hear this about entitled kid, but cannot contact or be near him due to the legality of the situation. The two boys would not be able to meet due to the law and be able to discuss what actually happened. In the final weeks of the exams, Henry is told by principal to go to the local police station, as principal had decided that entitled mom is being too reluctant in providing any investigation, and it was time to get the police involved. At the police station, Henry tells the officers his side of the story and is then told to wait outside while the police talks to entitled mom and principal in a separate room. He would later find out from principal that the police had told them that there was absolutely no evidence to suggest that naughty thing happened, that the security cameras and the eating tent from the camp confirms that at least what Henry was saying was true. They then said that useless entitled mom could provide more. Then said that unless entitled mom could provide more evidence, then Henry should be allowed to finish the exams and never have to see entitled kid or entitled mom again. Entitled mom went ballistic. Entitled mom, how dare you let this go? He has turned my son into a homo and touched him. Henry is a pervert and should be locked up like one. My entitled kid was a good boy until Henry got into his head. This is disgusting. I'll sue you. She then was escorted out of the building, saying that all police officers were gay and would burn in hell. Oh. Principal also later told Henry about how entitled mom seemed very careful when she was being questioned and never explicitly stated Henry raped her son, because being discovered to have lied to the police officer is a huge case in itself. Henry was then allowed to complete the exams he hadn't missed and was able to get an estimate an estimated mark for the others. And at graduation, he saw Entitled Kid in the audience and could apparently he looked like he hadn't slept in days. He was apparently pale and had lost a lot of weight. Henry was then allowed to complete the exams. He hadn't... Oh my god. Later that afternoon, when I was with Henry and his family for a late lunch to celebrate graduation, Henry's parents got a call from principal to explain that he had received a call from a mother and an entitled kid who had heard entitled mom telling her friends how she'd almost made the school miss all of his exams, but then those fudging cops got involved and messed it all up. Principal apologized to Henry and Henry's parents and said that he would deal with entitled mom on Monday. He then asked if Henry would like to make a case against entitled mom for causing so much trouble for him in the past month, but Henry just wanted to graduate and move on from high school, so he said no. Why does everybody say no? Just press charges. The next year, Entitled Kid was transferred to another school, and Entitled Mom was never heard from again. Due to possible legal issues, Henry has never tried to contact Entitled Kid after everything to see if he was okay, but has heard from people at his new school that he now has a boyfriend, much to the anger of his mother. Sorry if this is super long and possibly very boring, but thanks for reading. Also, because of the very high standing of the news involved, I won't be able to give any more details, so please don't ask. Jeez, that woman's Karen from hell right there. I thought that was all Karens. Nah, dude, there's different categories for them. Geez, I'll die of alien Ebola before Karens realize how stupid they are. Now you'll die of airborne AIDS before Karen knows what no means. Well, that was my first episode of Reddit. As you can see, I'm trying to spread content on my channel, and an animation is coming up soon. So, yeah, bye.